Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai's Mac News. Let's kick things off with something exciting for iPad lovers out there. According to Mac rumors, Apple is gearing up to launch a brand new iPad mini with some seriously impressive upgrades. The new model, which Apple developers have codenamed J510 and J511, is getting the A19 Pro Chip, the same processor that debuted in the iPhone Air. This is a huge jump from the current iPad mini 7, which has been around for over 20 months now. We're looking at significant performance improvements that should make this device a real powerhouse for content creators, students, and anyone who loves a compact tablet. What really sets this new iPad mini apart is the rumored OLED display technology, which should deliver stunning colors and incredible contrast. This would put it on par with premium tablets and give users a seriously premium experience. While we don't have an official release date just yet, all signs point to Apple announcing this device very soon. So if you've been waiting for an iPad mini upgrade, the wait might finally be over. Moving right along, here's some fantastic news for Apple's wearables division. According to a report from Counterpoint Research, Apple Watch shipments absolutely crushed it in the first quarter of 2026, surging by 21% compared to the same period last year. This is a massive achievement when you consider that the broader smartwatch market has been pretty stagnant. Apple's dominance in this category just keeps getting stronger. Think about what this means. More people are choosing to strap on an Apple Watch, investing in the ecosystem, and embracing wearable technology. The new watchOS 27 that's coming this fall, with AI-powered Siri features and new health tracking capabilities, is probably going to push those numbers even higher. If you're thinking about joining the Apple Watch family, now's a great time because the momentum is clearly on Apple's side. Now here's something I'm really excited about. As reported by 9 to 5 Mac and Apple Insider, Apple is bringing free Formula One action to everyone in the United States. The entire 2026 Austrian Grand Prix weekend, that's June 26th through June 28th, will be streaming live on Apple TV with absolutely no subscription required. We're talking practice sessions, qualifying rounds, and the main Grand Prix race, all completely free. Most F1 races throughout the year do require an Apple TV subscription, but when Apple announced its Formula One deal, they promised to put select races in front of the paywall for everyone to enjoy. The Austrian Grand Prix is the first time they're making good on that promise. Whether you're a diehard F1 fan or just curious about the sport, this is a golden opportunity to watch some world-class motorsports without paying a dime. The action kicks off at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday with Practice 1. So set your alarms if you want to catch the whole weekend. This is the kind of move that could really expand Formula One's audience in North America. Let's talk about what's coming to your iPhone this fall. According to Mac rumors and 9 to 5 Mac, iOS 27 is bringing some seriously useful Apple Intelligence features that are going to make your daily life easier. First up, calendar and reminders are getting smarter. You can now add events using natural language. Just describe what you want, and Apple Intelligence will identify people, dates, and locations automatically. No more tedious manual entry. Apple Wallet is also getting a major upgrade. Here's something that's been on everyone's wish list for years: the ability to import physical passes directly into Wallet. Think boarding passes, concert tickets, and loyalty cards. You can now photograph them and import them instantly. It's a small feature, but it's going to save so much time. And if that wasn't enough, watchOS 27 is bringing AI-powered Siri to your wrist. The same intelligent Siri features you'll have on your iPhone will now be available right on your Apple Watch. These updates show Apple is really listening to what users want and making their devices more intuitive and powerful. Okay, time for something more serious. If you're carrying an older iPhone, pay attention. According to Apple Insider and 9 to 5 Mac, security researchers at Paradigm Shift have discovered a new unpatchable vulnerability affecting devices with Apple's A12 and A13 chips. The exploit is called Usblighter 8, and it's a boot ROM vulnerability that can enable arbitrary code execution. This impacts a pretty significant range of devices. We're talking about the iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR, and the entire iPhone 11 lineup. Now here's the critical part. This vulnerability is unpatchable. Apple can't fix it through software updates because it's baked into the device's secure boot process. What that means is if someone gets physical access to your phone, they could potentially compromise it. It's worth noting that this is a very sophisticated attack that requires technical knowledge and physical access, so the average user isn't likely to be targeted. However, if you own one of these affected devices, it's important to be aware of the risk and take precautions to protect your phone physically. Consider using a strong passcode and keeping your device secure at all times. Switching gears to something fun, Apple Music just revealed its all-time most streamed artists since the service launched back in 2015. According to Mac Rumors and Apple Insider, Drake absolutely dominates the top spot with the most streams of any artist in Apple Music history. Taylor Swift takes the number 2 position, which honestly isn't surprising given how massive she's been over the past decade. Rounding out the top 3 is Future. The top 5 also includes Youngboy, Never Broke Again, and Bad Bunny, showing the incredible diversity of music taste on the platform. Other major names in the top 20 include Ariana Grande, Kendrick Lamar, The Weeknd, and Post Malone. This is the first time Apple has publicly shared an all-time artist chart like this, so it's a pretty cool look at what Apple Music subscribers have been streaming since day one. If you're curious to see the full list, both Mac Rumors and Apple Insider have the complete ranking. It's a really interesting snapshot of music trends over the past decade. And finally, here's a significant development in the world of app distribution. According to 9 to 5 Mac and Apple Insider, Apple has just enabled alternative app marketplaces in Brazil, making the country the second major market, after the European Union, to get these kinds of freedoms. Users can now download apps like AltStore Pal directly on their iPhones, giving them options beyond the traditional App Store. Developers also have the ability to use alternative payment methods instead of Apple's commission-based system. This all came about following an agreement with Brazil's antitrust regulator, CADE. Epic Games and the Coalition for App Fairness have already spoken up about the new terms, expressing some concerns about how they've been implemented. Still, this is a massive shift for Brazil and shows how regional regulations are reshaping how Apple operates. It's another example of how competition laws are pushing big tech companies to open up their ecosystems. If you're a developer or a Brazilian iPhone user, this could mean some interesting changes ahead.